Meet the latest graduate of King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but Dad got amazed and astonished. The scholar says I got the same virtuosity and brains as my pops. The lady says my brain's not where the resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man, like my father but bolder. I shoulder his legacy with pride. I used to hear him say that someday I would
blow us all away.
Ladies, I'm looking for Mr. George Eaker. Made a speech last week, our 4th of July speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that, I'm making my father proud.
I saw him just up Broadway, couple of blocks, he was going to see a play.
Well, I'll go visit his box.
God, you're a fox.
And y'all look pretty good in your frocks. How about when I get back, we all strip down to our socks?
Okay!
Blow us all away.
George! George!
Turn off the show.
You should have watched your mouth before you talked about my father, though.
I didn't see anything that wasn't true. Your father's a scoundrel, so it seems are you.
Ooh.
It's like that?
Yeah, I don't fool around like the little schoolboy friends.
We'll see you on the dueling ground. That is unless you want to step outside and go now.
I know where to find you pissed off watching the show now.
Pops, if you had only heard the shit he said about you, I doubt you would have let it slide, and I was not about to.
Slow down.
I came to ask you for advice. This is my very first duel. They don't exactly cover the subject in boarding school.
Did your friends attempt to negotiate a
He
peace?
refused to apologize. We had to let the peace talk cease.
Where is this happening?
Across the river in Jersey.
Everything is legal in New Jersey. Alright, so this is what you're gonna do. Stand there like a man until Icar is in front of you. When the time comes, fire your weapon in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair.
But what if he decides to shoot, then I'm a goner?
No, he'll follow suit if he's truly a man of honor. To take someone's life, that is something you can't shake. Philip, your mother can't take another heartbreak.
Father.
Promise me, you don't want this young man's blood on your conscience.
Okay, I promise.
Come back home when you're done. Take my guns. Be smart. Make me proud, son.
My name is Philip. I am a poet. And I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton with pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide. Mr. Eaker, how was the rest of your
Oh,
show?
look at the pigeon trees. Let's go. Grab your pistol.
Confer with your men. The duel will commence after we count to 10.
Count to 10.
Look him in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then slowly and clearly aim your gun towards the sky.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Stay alive.
Stay alive.
Where's my son?
Mr. Hamilton, come in. They brought him in a half an hour ago. He lost a lot of blood on the way
Is
over.
he alive?
Yes, but you have to understand the bullet entered just above his head and lodged in his right arm.
Can I see him, please?
I'm doing everything I can, but the wound was already infected when he arrived.
Philip.
I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my head up high.
I know. Shh. Sure, I know you did everything just right.
Even before we got to 10,
Shh.
I was aiming for the sky. I was aiming for the sky.
Shh. I know. Save your strength and stay alive. Eliza.
Because he's going to survive this. Who did this? Alexander, did you know?
Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you taught me.
My son,
You played
I
piano.
taught you piano.
You would put your hands on mine.
You change the melody every time.
I would always change the line.
I know, I
I
know,
would always change the line.
I know, I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8. There are moments that the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can and push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so deep, It feels easier to just swim down.
The Hamiltons move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable.
Spend hours in the garden. I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday, a sign of the cross at the door, and I pray. That never used to happen before.
If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity.
Philip, you would like it uptown. It's quiet uptown.
He is working through the unimaginable.
His hair is gone gray, he passes every day. They say he walks the length of the city.
Knock me out, I fall apart.
Can you imagine?
Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, Eliza, but hear me out, that would be enough. If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now, and you would smile, and that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges we're facing. I know there's no replacing what we've lost, and you need time, but I'm not afraid. I know who I married. Just let me stay here by your side. That would be enough.
If you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity.
Eliza, do you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown.
He is trying to do the unimaginable. See him walking in the park, long after dark, taking in the sights of the city.
Look around, Eliza.
They're trying to do the unimaginable.
There are moments that the words don't reach. There is a grace too powerful to name. We push away what we can never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They are standing in the garden, Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown.
Forgiveness. Can you imagine? Forgiveness.
Can
you imagine? If you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity.
They're going
to the unimaginable. The election of 1800.
Can we get back to politics?
Please.
Yo, every action has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams shat the bed. I love the guy, but he's in traction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he is missing in action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr with his own faction.
He's very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chances.
He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances.
You ask him a question, he glances off, he obfuscates, he dances.
And they say I'm a Francophile. At least they know I know where France is.
Thomas, that's the problem. See, they see Burr as a less extreme you. You need to change course. A key endorsement might redeem you.
Who did you have in mind?
Now, don't laugh.
Who is it?
You used to work on the same staff.
What?
It might be nice, it might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. It might be nice, it might be nice to get Hamilton
Hamilton on my side.
Talk less, smile more. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. Shake hands with him, charm her. It's 1800, ladies. Tell your husbands, vote for Burr.
I don't like Adams.
Well, he's gonna lose. That's just defeatist.
And Jefferson.
In love with friends.
Yeah, he felt a lady.
I like that Aaron
I can't
Burr.
believe we're here with him.
He seems approachable.
A kid could grab a beer with him.
Dear Mr. Hamilton, your fellow Federalists would like to know how you'll be voting.
It's quiet up.
Dear Mr. Hamilton, John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting?
It's quiet up.
Jefferson or Burr, we know it's lose-lose. Jefferson or Burr, but if you had to choose, dear Mr. Hamilton, John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? But if you had to choose,
Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir,
Alexander,
you've created quite a stir, sir.
I'm going door to door.
You're openly campaigning.
Sure.
That's new.
Honestly, it's kind of draining.
Bert, is there anything you wouldn't do?
No, I'm chasing what I want. You know what?
What?
I learned that from you. If you had to choose, if you had to choose,
It's a tie.
if you had to choose, if you had to choose,
Up to the delegates.
if you had to choose, if you had to choose,
It's up to Hamilton.
if you had to choose, Jefferson or Burr, choose.
Yo! The people are asking to hear my voice. For the country is facing a difficult choice. And if you were asking me who I'd promote, Jefferson has my vote. I've never agreed with Jefferson once. We have fought on like 75 different fronts. But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none.
Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. Hamilton's on your side. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned.
And
You won in a landslide.
Congrats on a race well run. I did give you a fight. I look forward to our partnership
our partnership.
as your vice president.
Yeah, right. You hear this guy? Man, openly campaigns against me, talking about I look forward to our partnership.
It is crazy that the guy who comes in second gets to be vice president.
Ooh, you know what? We can change that. You know what?
Why?
Cause I'm the president. Burr, when you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement.
How does Hamilton, an arrogant, immigrant, orphan, bastard, whore's son, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning? I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You've kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect. Now you call me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A. Burr.
Mr. Vice President, I am not the reason no one trusts you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I have always worn it on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you would need to cite a more specific grievance. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements.
Sweet Jesus.
Hey, I have not been shy. I am just a guy in the public eye, trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I won't apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, A.M.
Careful how you proceed, good man. Temperate indeed, good man. Answer for the accusations I lay at your feet, or prepare to bleed, good man.
Bert, your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said, every bit of it. You stand only for yourself. It's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true.
Then stand, Alexander. We Hawken. Dawn. Guns. Drawn.
You're on. I have the honor to be your obedient servant. A.Him.
A.Bert.
Alexander, come back to sleep.
I have an early meeting out of town.
It's still dark outside.
I know. I just need to write something down.
Why do you write like you're running out of time? Come back to bed, that would be enough.
I'll be back before you know I'm gone.
Come back to sleep.
This meeting's at dawn.
Well, I'm going back to sleep.
Hey. Best of wives and best of women.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
There are 10 things you need to know.
Number 1.
We rode across the Hudson at dawn. My friend William P. Van Ness signed on as my
Number 2.
Hamilton arrived with this crew, Nathaniel Pendleton, and the doctor that he knew.
Number 3.
I watched as Hamilton examine the terrain. I wish I could tell you what was happening in his brain. This man has been poisoning my political pursuits.
Most esteemed star in no one's shoes. Number 4.
Hamilton drew first position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with the marksman's ability. The doctor turned around so he could have deniability.
5.
No, I didn't know this at the time, but when
Near the same spot my son died, is that
Number
right?
6.
he examined his gun with such rigor, I watched as he methodically fiddled with the trigger.
7.
Confession time, here's what I got. My fellow soldiers will tell you I'm a terrible shot.
Number 8.
Your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight.
They won't teach you this in your classes, but look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take deadly aim, it's him or me. The world will never be the same. I had only one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter.
Number 9.
Look him in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10. Paces fire.
I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. Is this where it gets me? On my feet, several feet ahead of me? If I see it coming, do I run or fire my gun or let it be? There is no beat, no melody. Burr, my first friend, my enemy, maybe the last face I ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you all remember me? What if this bullet is my legacy? Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song. Someone will sing for me. America, you great unfinished symphony. You sent for me. You let me make a difference. A place where even orphan immigrants can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time. I'm running and my time's up. Wise up. Eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other side. Lawrence leads the soldiers' chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up. Eliza, my love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side. Raise a glass to freedom.
Jesus just look the sky.
Strike him right between his ribs. I walk towards him, but I am ushered away. They row him back across the Hudson. I get a drink. tells me you better see Angelica and Eliza both had a side when he died. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. History obliviates, and every picture it paints me in all my mistakes. When Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. I survived, but I paid for it. Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I should have known, the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
President Jefferson.
I'll give him this. His financial system is a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I've tried.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
He took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit he gave us.
Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
Every other founding father's story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old.
And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame?
Who tells your story?
Who tells your story?
Who tells your story?
Eliza, I put myself back in the narrative. Eliza, I stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not Eliza. I interview every soldier who fought by your side.
She tells our story.
I try to make sense of your thousands of pages of writings. You really do write like you're running out of time. I rely on Angelica. While she's alive, we tell your story. She's buried in Trinity Church near you. When I needed her most, she was right on time. And I'm still not through. I ask myself, what would you do if you had more time? And the Lord in His kindness, He gives me what you've always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington Monument. She tells my story. I speak out against slavery. You could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of?
The orphanage.
The first private orphanage in New York City.
The orphanage.
I helped raise hundreds of children. I get to see them growing up.
The orphanage.
And in their eyes I see you, Alexander. I see you every time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time.
Will they tell your story? Who dies, who tells your story? Will they tell your story? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story?
There are moments that the words don't reach.
There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can and push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so deep, feels easier to just swim down. And so they move uptown and learn to live with the unimaginable. I spend hours in the garden. I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday, a sign of the cross at the door, and I pray. That never used to happen before. If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity. You knock me out, I'll fall apart. Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, but hear me out, that would be enough. If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now, and you would smile, and that would be enough. Don't you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown. They are standing in the garden, standing there side by side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness. Can you imagine forgiveness? Can you imagine? No. Look around, look around. They are going through the unimaginable.